And it begins. A rural hospital in Nebraska closed, citing the upcoming bill that's going to cut health care for millions. And guess who won Nebraska in the 2024 election? Trump. So it's already hurting his supporters. It's like watching cows lining up to go to the slaughterhouse and them applauding it. Like, bro, make it make sense. It's crazy because, like, as long as they think it's going to hurt the others, they're okay with it. Oh, what the? Like, I'm lost.
Like, make it make sense. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So, all credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, so a hospital in rural Nebraska is closing down, right? Not because of mismanagement, not because of lack of patience. In fact, I believe the patients are even more than enough, right? But because of federal policy, right? And the kind that was passed under what Trump proudly calls the big beautiful bill, right? Now, this bill was supposed to fix healthcare, right? But instead, it's slashing Medicaid funding, right? And it's telling states, you are on your own. Fix your own mess. Because now this Nebraska town will have no emergency room, no birthing center, no ICU, and the nearest hospital, right, is going to be like 80 kilometers away. Okay? And the supporters are saying what is going on. But I believe that they know the answer already, because we all know that in 2024 Nebraska voted red and Trump won in the state. Guys, let's see what those people have to say in those videos, and let me know what you think in the comment section, because now local doctors are moving out. The hospital will not be able to pay its staff, and imagine being an expectant mother. So you're saying you have to drive like 90 minutes to deliver your baby? Oh my goodness. Let's see what these people have to say.
You all hear about the hospital in Nebraska that is going to close down because of uncertainty about funding. This is honestly super concerning, especially because this small hospital is in a remote area, and for many folks, it's the only one that's accessible to them. And what we are seeing here is what many are expecting to be the first example of what the cuts to public funding are going to do to important services that people need. A lot of folks that are hearing about this, though, are not showing empathy because in many ways Nebraska voted for this. And in that county specifically, they voted overwhelmingly for the person that is promoting the cuts that are happening right now. Unfortunately, this is another example of folks voting against their interests, folks that were expecting that their living conditions, their livelihood was going to improve, and the opposite is happening. And listen, y'all, I understand why a lot of folks don't have empathy, but I feel bad for these folks because the system that we're living in over and over again keeps hurting the folks that are the most marginalized. But those are my thoughts, familia. I want this to be a conversation. What do you all think about this? Do you agree with what I said? Or are you on the side that doesn't feel any empathy for these folks? And if you are somebody that lives in Nebraska, what do you think about this? This is crazy.
Hey guys, I popped in for a minute today. I just wanted to pop in and wish a certain group of people a happy 4th of July. I'm specifically talking about Trump voters. I want to wish you a happy 4th of July. Did you know that that budget bill passed yesterday? And it's pretty soon, a lot of you Trump voters, you're not going to have a lot of things that you had it when 2025 started out. You're not going to have a lot of things that you had before you voted for Donald Trump on November 5th, 2024. Particularly one state that's being bitch slapped is Nebraska. You know, it was announced right after Trump took office, and they canceled the subsidies to all those farmers in Nebraska, and they were all going belly up, and they were predicting that Nebraska would be bankrupt in 6 months. I'm talking to you guys specifically. There's another bit of news I want to share with you on this happy 4th of July day. I just heard word that one of y'all remaining hospitals has just announced that they're closing. Yeah, Nebraska, you're losing your hospitals too. See, after that bill was signed, and in that bill, everyone except for Trump voters know that they're cutting the Medicaid and Medicare. And with that being cut, that's going to cause a lot of hospitals to close. And yours in Nebraska has already announced that they're closing. Happy 4th of July. I hope those fireworks bust your ass right in the face. Because you deserve it. That's exactly what you deserve, because you bust the entire country in their face. So now, when your farmers are already belly up, you should be going bankrupt right about now. Maybe next month. Because 6 months from January, that's about July, August. Okay. So you should be going bankrupt pretty soon as well. And now they're closing your hospitals down. So, when y'all have these medical emergencies, you won't have a hospital to go to. Happy 4th of July again. I just want to keep reiterating this. And I want to keep focused on this. Because I really want you to see your handiwork at work. I want you to see your choicing skills and the ramifications from them. And also, get ready for any of you out there, Trump supporters, who Mima and Pawpaw are in medical assistance, senior citizen homes. Go and clean out that junk room in your house and put in hospital beds and bedpans, because you're going to have to bring all them old folks home. Because see, that Medicaid that was in that bill yesterday that they signed, that y'all cheered, that's going to cut off support. Yeah. Financial support to people who are living in those homes that y'all don't have to deal with. Well, get ready to start cleaning up piss, wiping ass, and making sure medications are given on time. And you know that Meatma and Pawpaw, who are probably really grumpy, maybe be dealing with Alzheimer's or having those, let's say, little nasty outbursts, be ready to endure that too. And don't go abusing them old people. Don't go abusing them old people because you're frustrated because you got to take care of your family now that you voted this shit in. And once more and again, happy 4th of July. And before I get out of here bringing all this great news to you of what your vote is bringing on to you, before I get out of here bringing you all this great news of what your vote has done to you, I just got one question. Nebraska! Your hospital is closing. Is it great again yet? Nebraska! You'll be going bankrupt pretty soon. Is it great again yet? Nebraska! Your farmers are losing their farms. Is this what you call great again? If it is, I'm glad you got it. Because it doesn't fit a better group of people than you. Happy 4th of July.
Today, a clinic in rural southwest Nebraska is announcing that they are closing their doors. And listen to what the CEO said is the reason why. Unfortunately, the current financial environment, driven by anticipated federal budget cuts to Medicaid, has made it impossible for us to continue operating all of our services, many which have faced significant financial challenges for years. This is the community hospital CEO, Troy Bruntz, said in a statement. And unfortunately, this looks to be the first of many. It is estimated that over 190 rural hospitals and clinics are in immediate danger if this bill passes of not being able to keep their doors
is
open.
Probably really pissed if they voted for Trump now, huh? Because everybody that's like, no, Medicaid's not going to close clinics and Medicaid's not going to close hospitals. Ask Nebraska how one of their clinics is now being closed. Why, you might ask? Because of Medicaid cuts. Because of Medicaid cuts. And that's just the first to downfall publicly. Imagine all the small ones that's going to close without the public knowing. And yes, my face is greasy because I got on sunblock because I'm about to get outside. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, it is about to get real ugly in America. Y'all just wait and see all you nurses and CNAs and LPNs and doctors. Yeah, you might want to go look for a new job because you're about to get terminated. Thanks to Trump. Go thank your president.
I'm a doctor, and I can't believe I already have to say this. And if you don't think this is bad, I don't know how to help you. We have the first official report of a clinic closing because of proposed Medicaid cuts. This is a clinic that has been open for 30 years in a tiny town, and they've said we can't make money, and we know we're going to lose so much more because of these proposed Medicaid cuts, so we're shuttering our doors. And the hospitals in Nebraska have been advocating against this terrible, horrible budget bill because they know it will kill their residents. This clinic is in Nebraska's 3rd district, and Representative Adrian Smith is their representative in Congress. So I just want Mr. Smith to answer me, what's he going to do for these people who now don't have access to healthcare in their community? He has lots of things to say on his Instagram account about this bill, but not anything to say about how he plans to actually protect Nebraskans and access healthcare. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go onto his social medias and go, what the heck is going on? Say no, this vote has not gone through yet. So there's still time. And if you're a constituent, you can go ahead and call him at this number and let him know that we've already seen harm and this bill isn't even in effect yet. Everything you do counts. So thank you so much.
It's going to go down as a truly sad day in American history. Trump's tax bill just passed, and I'm going to give an example of how this is already impacting communities, and specifically communities in red states that voted for Donald J. Trump. Now, let me explain. Curtis County, Nebraska is a one hospital town. They've got one place for people to get their medical care. And yesterday, the CEO of the hospital said because the bill is passing, he will no longer be able to financially justify keeping its doors open. So people in that community no longer have access to healthcare in a close vicinity. It's really sad. And as much as I like saying FAFO, F around and find out, because this is a community in a county that supported Donald Trump 87% in the 2024 election, it really is sad because there are people that are no longer going to have access to the care that they need in a close proximity to where they live. This is just one of many, many areas that we expect to lose their hospitals and lose their healthcare facilities due to this bill. Some estimates say over 500 places could lose their hospitals and retirement homes, and I saw that about 6 are expected in Nebraska to close as well. This is a sad day for America, and we are going to continue to see the terrible impacts of this bill as time continues to pass on. But if you're into silver linings, there's $1 trillion in tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires. Absolutely disgraceful. Everyone who voted for this bill, you should.
Patients get what we call dumped in the ER. There are some people who cannot take care of their family anymore, and they end up just calling 911, having them pick them up and drop them off in the ER, or sometimes they drop them off in the ER. And then the hospital gets stuck with them until we are able to find placement for them. And this is absolutely, I understand that things happen. People really are overwhelmed with taking care of their kids and their parents, and they just figure they cannot do it whatsoever anymore. I had a patient once, when I took care of him, he was there for 374 days. With this big, beautiful bill, that's going to increase. We're going to start seeing more people who are there at the in the ERs, and they wait, and they wait, and they wait, and they wait, because there's no placement for them. There's nowhere for them to go. And this is going to affect people who work in the emergency department greatly. People who are trying to go to the emergency, that's a whole nother thing, because people now are going to be seeking out care at the ER because they're not going to be able to have regular appointments. This is about to be a mess. This is about to be
already closing because of the big beautiful bill. Not next year, not next month, now. In Nebraska, a hospital already closed. In West Virginia, 7 are at risk. In Georgia, $540 million in cuts. 4 hospitals likely to shut their doors. In Oklahoma, 23 rural hospitals at risk. Now, this bill slashes $1 trillion from Medicaid. They're throwing a $50 billion rural hospital fund at it, but that's like giving somebody a Band-Aid after you cut off their arm. We're talking maternity wards closing, ERs shutting down, ambulances gone. People driving an hour or more just to get emergency services. And if that one rural hospital was the biggest employer in town, the whole town suffers. Trump said this bill was beautiful, but the people living in those communities just lost their hospital, their lifeline. And if you thought this bill was about saving money, this bill is going to add $5 to $8 trillion to the deficit over 10 years. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When Democrats next take the presidency, and it will happen, power shifts, it has my whole life and yours, this big, beautiful bill will be fully in action. And who do you think the Republicans that voted for this bill is going to blame for the effects of this bill? I think the answer is obvious, because Republicans just can't seem to find themselves doing the right thing. And that's the
seeing the effects of the bill, and it hasn't even passed yet when it comes to rural hospitals in anticipation to the Medicaid cuts. Curtis Medical Center in rural Nebraska has announced that it's going to be closing, and it does cite the anticipated cuts to Medicaid as one of the reasons they are closing. So this is only the beginning, folks. You can try to sugarcoat it all you want. This is what's going to happen.
The truth of the matter is just that a lot of things are going to happen with this big, beautiful bill that is being passed. And the advantages, right, are going to be lesser than the disadvantages, okay? Because I just foresee a healthcare system that is going to go down the drain. Because now we need to ask this question: can democracy actually survive if people vote against their own survival? You understand? Because this is just bigger than one hospital. It's about what kind of country are we building together. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, because this is really crazy. If you found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you can know when I post a new video. I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.